Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? I got a hell of a stream for you right now. So there's so much going on. Gender war, black men against black women, everything is the black man's fault, blah blah blah. The latest thing was this interview on the Daily Wrap Up Crew. Shout out to Daily Wrap Up Crew with Umar Johnson. Um, After watching this interview, I've never watched the interview with Umar Johnson. After watching this interview, I come to realize he is uh, excellent at memorizing shit and recalling it. Um, but kind of like common sense shit, he's like most people with higher education do, man. They kind of lack common sense. They can't see shit right in front of them. But if you read a book, you memorize some shit, you take the test, and then you pass. You know, you do that a few years, and you're a fucking doctor of something. Anyway, he said some shit like this, and I'm gonna show you. Yo, hold on, just watch this shit, man. These motherfuckers here, they're crazy. All right, you probably saw this, but it goes with streams, so just hear it again.
You as an active member in the community, where we go to every single parent black mother and say, how many sons you got? Two. How many sons you got? Two. Well, guess what? That's your son's big brother. That's your son's big brother. He taking them to school. He doing the homework. He gonna spend a couple hours with him every Saturday. He got his own kids too, but he gonna make time for you. She got masculine because she had to become masculine in order to.
And a disturbing case unfolds in court. A mother accused of ordering her son to commit murder in a West Pullman restaurant. The mother and son are now charged, both of them. Elizabeth Matthews joins us now with more on this developing story. Elizabeth?
Yeah, Natalie, that mom who's accused of giving those shoot-to-kill orders is now being held on $3 million bail. Parts of that shooting were actually captured on this restaurant's surveillance video, which helped the witnesses identify the suspects to police. So this all happened Sunday night, police tell us, just after 11 o'clock, about 11:05 p.m. 35-year-old Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son arrived at the Maxwell Street restaurant on South Halstead at 117th. Hood went in for food. Her son waited in the car. Prosecutors say that's when she began arguing with this man, 32-year-old Jeremy Brown, who was also inside ordering food at the time. Hood began texting her son, who appeared in the doorway, hands in his pockets. A fight became physical between Hood and the victim. The victim was able to punch the woman once. That's when prosecutors say the boy pulled out a gun, fired a single shot to the victim's back, followed him outside, kept firing, striking him fatally twice in the back.
Once outside of the restaurant, while the co-defendant was still shooting at the victim, the defendant instructed her son, the co-defendant, to continue to shoot and kill the victim. Once the co-defendant finished shooting the victim, the defendant turned her focus towards witness one. She began pointing at witness one and instructing her son to shoot her.
Look at this bitch. She 34. She had a rough life, B. She had that boy at 21 years old. He's 14. I was supposed to go pick this nigga up.
Prosecutors say the Hood even tried to get the gun from her son, but he pushed her away. No shots were fired at that witness, who is also the victim's girlfriend. Both mother and son facing murder charges. She's also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The teen boy also facing unlawful use and possession of a firearm. Both, we're told, did surrender themselves to police yesterday. We're also told that Hood, the woman charged in this, the mom charged in this, also had a FOID card herself and was licensed to conceal carry. Reporting live, with Matthew.
So the mother was licensed to conceal carry herself. She ain't carrying no hammer. She had her son come in from out the car and murder a dude and try to murder somebody else. So let me guess, Umar, that decision that she had to make is a black man's fault, right? I don't give a fuck who fault it is. You could literally blame everything on black men. And I speak for black men when I say we don't give a fuck. We don't care. We don't care what you say. We still gonna do us. We don't care what you say. We're not going into these fucking cancerous communities and picking up fucking Shay Shay's fucking Nug Nug and Lil Tay Tay. Fuck them niggas, man. And fuck you too. Because you need to make people be responsible, hold people responsible for the shit they do. Black men being held responsible for shit they did, for shit they didn't do, for shit that they thought of, for shit that for decades, man. Everything was a nigga's fault. So when you say go into the neighborhood and help her out with her kids, kind of like what welfare did, you're just giving her another scapegoat. You're just giving her another person to hold the weight of her poor decisions. You make them seem like they're dumb. If I wasn't black, say I was fucking Indian, right? Whatever race. Say I'm a different race, not from this country, and I hear the shit you talk about, and I'm sitting in the fucking living room with my wife, and I say, honey, do you know that black women that they've been fucked up for the last 50 years because of black men? Yeah, like their black men left. Their black men left them 50 years ago. They've been fucked up ever since. They're not able to make their own decisions. Like I don't know. They try to, I think, but they just keep having kids, and and the guys just leave them, and they just get another guy and have another kid. They don't have any money, but they just keep having kids, and the black guys, they're just running around with these fucking dicks and just impregnating everybody. Now, when you look at the fucking statistics don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Right? What do the statistics say? I'm sure you know what they say. There's an overwhelmingly large gap of how many kids men have to how many kids women have. There's a fucking 61% of black women have kids, multiple kids. 61 have kids. 59% of that 61 have kids by multiple fathers. 59% of the 61 have kids by multiple fathers. Out of that 59%, 9% have them by 4 or more different fathers. Now check this out. 44% of black men have kids. Out of the 44, 33% have them in marriage. What's left over? 10%. That's why when you hear somebody say, "Oh, they fucking the 10% of Pookies and Ray Rays." So you figure out of that 10%, I believe there was like they said 7. I heard 7%, man. 7% are live-in fathers. Like they're not married, but we live together and we have a child. 7%. It's 3% left. 3% left. So let's do some math today. We're going to find out what 3% of 19 million men are. Yeah, because there is 19 million men in America. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. One, two, Bumbleclad. $19 million minus 3%. 570,000. So our women are sleeping with approximately 570,000 dudes that happen to be not so great guys. That's about right. 500,000. So they fucking the same 500,000 niggas. I got a cousin that has 18 kids and 14 baby mamas. There's 14 because 2 of them gave him twins. Now, if you leave it up to Umar, he completely takes the blame, any blame, even a 10% blame, he takes it away from the woman. You know what he says? If you didn't plant the seed, nothing else can happen. But you forgot one thing. She don't open her legs. She don't take her rotten panties off. She don't pull her pants down. If she don't go behind the fucking garbage can. If she don't fucking let him in the house. If she don't go in the back seat. Whatever the fuck it is. If she don't say yes, then nothing happens. She's the gatekeeper of pussy, bro. You blaming it on men. If man takes it, it's called GRAP, right? Great. Because we can't say the R word. I heard you can't say the R word. Whatever. So you're saying that is solely 100% on a man, but the woman has to consent to sex, man. What? Yo, he must have been raised by a freaking single mother, man. He must have been raised by a single mother, man. Because he don't talk like he got any type of. He talk all this man shit. He sound like a woman who's always saying a real man this, a real man that. That's what the fuck he sound like, man. So this chick done lined her son up. God knows how much time he's gonna get. It's 14. The crazy part is, for some reason, this country takes care of black women. They do. And black women know it. Like, they love to say, oh, we have it the hardest, and we this, and we that, and protect black women and all this shit. You broads know you got it the easiest. I tried to start a business, right? Well, I started a business. And I tried to get a city contract. You know what I found out? The black man has to wait behind quite a few people before, say me and different groups went for the same contract. I'd have to wait. You know who I'd have to wait behind? Gays and black women. Yep. So it's gays, black women, gay white people, straight white people, black men. Or don't let there be a Chinese immigrant or somebody in the shit. Yeah. Black men have been the fucking sole on a shoe for as long as I can remember history telling. Since the fucking 1960s. So Umar will say, hey, the black man wasn't in the home and she had to hold it down for 50 years herself because she couldn't find a man strong enough to hold it down for her. Because they're delicate little children who can't do shit on their own. They can't think on their own. They can't make their own decisions. If they make a mistake, it's somebody else's fault. Completely ignoring the fact that, as a matter of fact, let's use that stat. 33% of men have kids in marriage, right? So let's say that 33% right now, that they brought it back, there were no jobs like in the 60s. Black men weren't getting hired for nothing because they hate black people. They hate black men, right? So niggas ain't getting no jobs. And then they implement this government program where the family can eat and have a place to stay, but the black man can't. If you don't have a job, too fucking bad. And for all of you man-hating chicks out there, I ain't complaining. I'm fucking retired. So I'm not complaining about shit. But what's right is right and wrong is wrong. And when it comes to history, from what I hear, the welfare system, the black man can't be in the house. I know that to be true because my mom had a black man in the house, and some lady would come by, mostly on the weekends, and she would be walking around looking in the rooms, just looking for a man, just looking for shoes, man's shoes, fucking jeans or some shit like that. Yeah, had a clipboard, walking around, blah blah blah. Thank God my mom ain't staying on that shit, man. Like, I'm actually proud of that. But so let's say today that those circumstances existed, right? And that 30% of black men that have kids in the home had to leave. How much of a man do you think you have to be to say, well, I'm going to leave so my wife and kids can eat and live, or my children's mother can eat and live. I'll just figure something out. They have to leave the home. So now, where are these black men going to go? Where did the black men go in the 60s that had to leave the home? They didn't have a job, didn't have any income, didn't have no food stamps, didn't have no Section 8, none of that shit that y'all got. Where'd they go? You know why nobody knows? When nobody knows, that means they went to the fucking street, as Kevin Samuel would say. They went to the street. So after the government shit, the welfare kicked in, because they could have simply said, they could have said, listen, we're gonna give you XYZ, but you have to have a man in the house. You have to be married. And then we understand that black men aren't being hired. We understand that there's no jobs. When he gets a job, then we'll discuss lowering, the benefits or whatever, until we completely take you off. Because we know we can't take you off as soon as he gets a job. After he gets that job, say he gets the job July 1st, August, September. September 1st, you're off benefits. That's fair. That's more than fair. But they didn't say that. They said, get that nigga out of your house. And that's what they did. They got the niggas out the house. Even after what do they call that? What was that shit where they had to hire a black person? Affirmative action. Even after affirmative action, which they said was for black families, many companies, the government was about to go under. The country was about to go under because they had no workers. They didn't have anybody to do the fucking jobs. They didn't have enough people. They had to hire niggas. You think they just go from not liking niggas to all of a sudden, hey, come on, all right, nigga, we're sorry. Come on here, here's a job. No. They had to. It was a choice. But come like them or hire one or two. They began hiring. And guess what? The fucking enrollment rate of welfare still continued to increase. Hmm? Women say, you hear women say, oh, a black man want us to act right, they got to build Wakanda. There are so many Wakandas under fucking lakes, under dams, under parks. It wasn't just the Black Wall Street. It was so much. It was so many. They went and murdered and flooded the shit. Yeah. So people think, oh, slavery, you got to pull yourself up from the bootstrap. They did. Our ancestors did, and they were fucking murdered for it. And then they had the proof of it wiped off of the fucking earth. They buried it. But you would think that our sisters wouldn't fucking believe that shit. They would hold us down. They believe that shit. So after they murdered and buried our fucking cities and towns, there was no fucking work. They initiated the welfare shit, kicked the fathers out of the home. So what are they going to do when they're in the street? They're going to do what every entrepreneurial American did in this country. They're going to find a way to hustle. They're going to find something to sell. They're going to find something to sell. Ralph Lauren started selling ties, then shirts. Look at him now. The dude the dudes that did the Starbucks coffee, the niggas started selling Starbucks coffee. Some Indian dude came over here and made the first bumper on a car. He's a billionaire today. He's like, yo, these shits need something to protect it when it hits something. Let's call it a bumper. When it bumps something, it'll bump it. Billionaire. So this guy wants good men to be held responsible. Somebody else's fucking shit. You figure, you know what? Let's call it about 10%. Say about 10% of dudes really don't care who they fucking. They don't care who has a kid, who keeps it, who doesn't. They don't care. 10% is just a little bit. 500,000. $500,000 pookies. I think it's like, I just saw it the other day. A ridiculously low. 700,000 black men incarcerated. 700,001 with this nigga. So, what was that? 1.2 million. So it was 1.2 million bad seeds out of 19 million. That's fucking great. You see the Forbes, New York Times, Oprah, everybody talking, oh yeah, the study shows that black men are more involved in this than any other freaking than any other man, blah 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 blah. Oh, it was a stereotype. It was a bad lie. It was a bad lie. But we have forgot to account for the men who fight to see their kids. Remember that guy who went by to bring his son breakfast, and the mother took the breakfast and threw it on the floor because he didn't buy food for all of her kids? The nerve, the entitlement of this booger bitch to feel like he should pay for all of her fucking kids to eat breakfast. The fucking nerve. She went viral for that. Scumbag. Yo, man, sisters got some fucking nerve, B. And they lie a lot. And they're delusional. All these fucking women are delusional. But the freaking sisters are just too much. So what I want to do is go to this sister here, who's one of my favorites. It's my favorite boo right here, my baby. She's about to tell us how niggas act on Juneteenth.
I want to thank Snap Sports. Without this, wouldn't be possible. Appreciate you guys very much.
They knew what I was.
Fucking Shaq. What's up with Home Depot hottie, Shaq? Did you smash?
was referring to, the colloquial term of ghetto behavior, because that's what I meant. When people take this day off, when they are celebrating, for whatever reason, they think celebrating Black freedom, it somehow means that they're allowed to get ghetto. So let's address that. Let's just take a look around the United States and see how they celebrated. Here's the first example that we have of how some Black American young children, it looks to be like they're in their teens, tweens, celebrated at a McDonald's. Take a listen. Look at these workers. Kids are now jumping over the register. The workers are hiding. They look like they're terrified. They're now trying to pull the register out. They're kicking the register out. Juneteenth, y'all.
They're not even see. Oh, they're taking the register.
Yep, they've taken the register, and they are now running out of the McDonald's with the register. How's that for a Juneteenth celebration? To be clear, that wasn't all they were up to in Los Angeles. In some places, they weren't stealing registers or looting. They were dancing. Take a look. Nothing says I'm enjoying my Black freedom quite like twerking on top of a Wing Street and Pizza Hut in front of a large crowd. But in other instances, they just went ahead and got violent. Here's what happened in Milwaukee. Take a look.
Oh, there she goes.
A scary ending to a day meant for celebration. As thousands were heading home from the Juneteenth festival, chaos broke out in the street.
It's sad. How can we celebrate when it's our own, our children that are doing the shootings?
Camelia Pickett was nearby with her family when gunfire erupted.
You see that nigga? That's the one Umar wanted one of y'all to go pick this nigga up Saturday. Take him out for 2 hours. You gotta go to him and tell him, yo, listen, nigga, you're gonna get at the corner and you're gonna go to school tomorrow. And then I'm gonna get you from school and you're gonna do your homework. You do it, nigga. You do
it. They ran and took cover.
And that's not the only place where shootings happened. Here's what took place in Chicago at the end of a Juneteenth celebration.
Chicago. Why the fuck is Chicago doing anything? Who's in charge of Chicago? Who the fuck is in charge of Chicago? Why are these niggas outside? Y'all should still be on freaking COVID restriction. Why the fuck you outside? Whose idea was to let these niggas celebrate? You act like you don't know if you bring 30 of these niggas in one spot, they ain't gonna kill each other. They're like, what two of the same animal you put together, they're gonna fight? What is it, fighting fish? Fucking whatever it is. Them niggas, Juneteenth celebration. Chicago, you niggas should, y'all need the National Guard out there. You need the National Guard. You need fucking Dog the Bounty Hunter. You need Tank the Bounty Hunter. You need fucking the A-Team from the 80s. Like, you niggas, you are horrible. Yo, between Chicago and Baltimore, you niggas need the Avengers, Power Rangers, Transformers. You shouldn't be allowed to go outside. You should go from your house, be escorted to fucking, as a matter of fact, they closed Walmart because of you. They closed Walmart. They closed Walmart because in Chicago because of you niggas. Y'all are so unruly. Hold the fuck up. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on. There we go. Hold on, Candace, baby. I like to show it right while I'm talking about this shit. I found this shit for y'all. Look at this shit here.
Doubled in Chicago in the last 5 years. That losing millions of dollars a year is forcing them to close these stores.
I might get in trouble for saying this, but I feel like it needs to be said. Walmart is closing 4 stores in areas where they're saying they're not profitable, right? And people are outraged. I mean, outraged. So the big Walmart over on 83rd and Stewart is closing, and today they've been having a bunch of protests, angry people out. People are just angry and sad, protesting Walmart. We got politicians out there making speeches.
Look at these niggas.
I'm ashamed and I'm saddened because Black folks, we are
stories all day.
Yeah, they closed Walmart because of you niggas.
And
you got the cops making TikToks, you got chicks making TikToks because you niggas are unruly. You're the worst group of fucking people in America. How does that feel? To know that. To know that you are the worst motherfuckers in America. America. Horrible, guys. You guys are fucking horrible, man. Back to Candace.
Celebration.
And tonight, 22 people are wounded and 1 is dead after a mass shooting in West suburban Willowbrook. New video.
Yo, why does it always sound like, why when a news reporter go, why does it always sound like he's like doing a live report from fucking Afghanistan and shit? It's like, yo, 22 people killed, hurt. Like, what the fuck are you niggas doing out there, man? Nah.
Video shows the moments after the chaos in the parking lot of a strip mall near Honeysuckle Rose Lane and Route 83. People were gathered here to celebrate Juneteenth when those shots were fired around 12:30 this morning.
Look at that. My man got the AR-15 on his chest. Did you see that?
So we won't know what the total death toll is. That will take a couple of days, of course, but CBS is reporting that there has been a spike in Juneteenth weekend. Mass shootings in communities took place across the U.S., killing at least 12 people since Friday and injuring more than 100 people. So yeah, how is that for a celebration? Now, I want to be very clear. When I watch these videos, when I see these kids looting and these children twerking on top of whatever that was, a Pizza Hut, I feel bad for these young adults because crime as a celebration, this ghetto culture that we're seeing, it's not exactly Black America's fault if you think about it. I feel bad for them because over the last 4 years or so, the media and the corporations in lockstep, just like McDonald's, signaled to these individuals that their deviant behavior was justified. We saw this all across America. Are you upset? Do you have a feeling? Loot a Target, grab a flat screen TV. Are you happy? Are you celebrating? Get you and your homies together for a cookout and be sure to have some shootouts. This is normal. This is totally normal behavior. We're not going to talk about it, by the way, because it's black on black crime. We only talk about it in the extraordinary circumstance that it's a white individual that shoots a black person, even though that circumstance, like I said, does not happen nearly as much as black on black crime because nobody wants to talk about it. We don't want to fix anything.
Not the homies.
So what actually is Juneteenth? That's a very good question. And one, by the way, that every major news organization feels compelled to try to answer every time the holiday comes up. I'm not kidding. The Wall Street Journal, CNN, the Washington Post, CBS, you name it. Everyone has to task a reporter with writing an article to explain what Juneteenth is because apparently nobody really knows exactly what it is. I mean, take this tweet from Charlie Kirk describing that phenomenon right off the bat. He wrote, "People sure do get riled up when you tell them the truth about Juneteenth. Did you know, according to Gallup, on the eve of it becoming a federal holiday, 60% of Americans knew little or nothing about Juneteenth. Joe Biden didn't post a single tweet about Juneteenth until 2019. We created a new National Independence Day because we allowed a bunch of Marxists to morally blackmail the American public post-George Floyd. Screaming racist doesn't change the facts." And there it is. That is the truth that Black Americans do not want to address. Why on earth did we mint a new federal holiday? There hasn't been a new federal holiday minted since 1983, since before I was born. And that holiday was MLK Jr. Day. Since then, nothing. But then suddenly, in 2021, when the Democrats get back into it, Black. 90 Black homicide offenders versus just 12 white homicide offenders. Dayton, Ohio, predominantly white. 23 Black homicide offenders versus 7 white homicide offenders. Richmond, Virginia, about an even split there, 45 to 44%. 54 Black homicide offenders to just 4 white homicide offenders. North Charleston, South Carolina, that is 43% Black population to a almost even 41.8% white population. Not an even split amongst the homicide offenders. Black homicide offenders, 28 to just 11 white homicide offenders. Columbia, South Carolina, majority white, 50% white to 40% Black. Doesn't matter because the Black homicide offenders are 21 versus 0 white homicide offenders. Atlanta, Georgia. Now, this is 48% Black versus 41% white population. In Atlanta, Georgia, 101 Black homicide offenders versus just 1 white homicide offender. Indianapolis, Indiana, majority white. 75 Black homicide offenders versus 24 white homicide offenders. Little Rock, Arkansas, majority white.
So what she's showing is around the country, even if it's predominantly white, whatever ratio of black people there are there, they're the most murderous. Can't argue with the facts and the stats.
46 black homicide offenders versus 3 white homicide offenders. Let me know if this is upsetting you, Juneteenth people that like to celebrate and pretend that we don't have real issues that we need to face and that this wasn't a consolation prize, because I'm not done yet. And I'm just going to go over the first page here. There's a whole second one. Basically tells us the exact same story. Chicago, Illinois. I am shocked to learn that that is actually a majority white population by a lot, 45% white versus 29% black. Despite this, the disparity, 152 black homicide offenders versus 20.
Well, 153 now.
6 white homicide offenders. Same in Chattanooga, Tennessee, majority white, 15 black homicide offenders to just 2 white homicide offenders. Buffalo, New York, majority white, 12 black homicide offenders versus 5 white homicide offenders. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, dead even split, 39% to 39%, not an even split amongst homicide offenders. 139 black homicide offenders versus just 11 white homicide offenders. Lastly, we'll do Dallas, Texas, 53% white, overwhelming majority versus just 24% black population. Despite that, in Dallas, Texas, there are 180 black homicide offenders in the year 2021 versus just 62 white homicide offenders in Dallas, Texas. So what does that story tell you? Now, in case that didn't seem bad enough to you, what's amazing is that these are FBI numbers, and for no reason at all, the FBI actually combines Hispanic and white numbers together. So those white numbers, which pale in comparison to black numbers, also includes Hispanic men, just so they can make it look like black men aren't as murderous as they actually are. That's the truth. As I said, we are the most murderous group in America, and it is not getting better. The crime rates are going up astronomically.
The FBI we don't trust the government. We don't trust the FBI. We don't trust none of them niggas. Because you know what they do to people. FBI lie their ass off. They do. It just so happens that this is something that I can believe. But the FBI's track record, man, CIA, all them niggas, man, you can't trust shit they say. But being that I'm a black person and I live around black people, I've lived around them all my life. I've lived in bad neighborhoods. I live in a decent neighborhood now. I can believe this. But other shit that the government put out, niggas be lying. They lied their ass off about COVID. But like I said, nobody like black men. So everything is black man's fault. Remember that. But this shit, this little percentage of Pookies and Ray Rays that's out here, B. And fucking and this is all kids. All kids. Fucking 14 or 24. That's who's doing all the killing. Yeah. And Umar, stupid ass, talking about you go there and you're gonna say how many boys you got? All right, yeah, so, fuck out of here, nigga. Stupid. And there's something else that I want to show you in retrospect to what this fucking guy was talking about. Fucking Umar. And is it here? Is that yep, there you go. Now this right here, my Abuski, she's wrong for this. We gotta listen to this shit.
Guys, about Preborn. Preborn is a dedicated nonprofit pro-life organization that supports life-affirming pregnancy clinics in their mission to reach women that are considering abortion, particularly in areas with high abortion rates. Preborn saves 200 babies every day from abortion simply by providing a mother with a free ultrasound and allowing her to hear her child's heartbeat.
Stop convincing people who are not married, people who are teens. Stop convincing them to have these freaking babies. Why are you convincing a woman to have a baby and she cannot take care of the baby on her own?
They help educate mothers on the truth about the life that is forming inside of them. For example, the heart begins to form at conception, and at just 3 weeks, it's already beating. At 5 weeks, a baby's heartbeat can be heard on ultrasound. By 6 weeks,
I have an 8-year-old daughter, I have a 2-year-old son, and I have triplets. I was basically a single mom. I didn't have an address to my name. And here it comes, you know, that not just one baby I'm finna have, it was 3. I honestly was not gonna keep.
She already got 2 kids and not an address to her name. But she's still out there laying down, letting niggas blaze her raw. Umar, explain that. Explain that. She cute. Right here. I don't know what the hell happened.
Deep down, I had it in my mind.
What the fuck did she turn into? That's the same person? Oh, Lord.
Deep down inside that I couldn't do it. You know, I didn't have no help. I came straight abortion minded. What changed my mind was I talked to the counselor and, you know, very encouraging. They'll also tell me, you know, you're not going to be alone. You know, we're going to give you, you know, if you need anything, you know, reach out to us or anything. Actually, my daughter saw the ultrasound that I took home and she asked me what this was and she got very excited. I was amazed, like I'm really carrying 3 babies. I would go to the doctor and I would see them. I would see them on the screen and it was so beautiful.
Look at these 3 poor souls. They fought. They won a freaking marathon. They ran the fucking triathlon from the nutsack to the freaking ovaries. And they won. 3 of them. These are 3 souls, B. Right now, they're developing well. Because, you know, I don't know if you noticed, it's so weird. People that are capable of taking care of kids very well, they tend to have issues more often than poor broke motherfuckers. A poor broke motherfucker spit out 8 healthy fucking kids, no problem. A person that has some bread, that's married, she's fucking struggling to have a kid. Getting that shit with the rods shoved up to the poking it, it's fucking crazy. But these 3 kids right here, How does it feel to know the person carrying you doesn't even have a freaking address for you? She's not even with your daddy. You'll probably see your daddy a few times. You're going to suffer, bros. Your mom, she shouldn't have fucking had you guys. I know you guys are going to be glad to be here, man. But the shit you're going to go through because this lady makes stupid fucking decisions, I'm sorry. You're going to be subjected to some effed up circumstances, young guys. You might be subjected to, who knows, you might be subjected to, abuse from whatever dude she got around. You might be subjected to poor living, not enough food, not enough clothes. Then when you get of age and you're going to school, you'll be subjected to freaking, because I know if she don't have an address now, that they're not going to give her an address, an apartment or a house in a decent neighborhood. They don't do that. She's going to be in a class C fucking area. I'm going to show you what a class C area looks like. Right now, this is where you're most likely going to grow up, young fellows. You see this? This map here is a map of, what is this a map of? Okay, this is a map of Staten Island in New York. These yellow colors right here. You see the cursor? All right. This red area, these red areas, right? Those are called hazardous. The yellow, here and here and all over here, all over there, right? Those are labeled as definitely declining. So the green, the blue is still desirable, right? And the green is like desirable, good. You're not going to get placed in the green or blue areas, whatever state you're in, city you're in. They're going to put you in either definitely declining areas or hazardous areas. You understand? And why? Oh, here it is. Look, right here. Let me blow it up for you. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me if I blow it up. Well, look. Let me show you. Okay. As you can see. So, green is best. That's the best area. Blue is still desirable. And yellow, definitely declining. And D is hazardous. You understand? That's where they're going to send you. In the C or D areas. All right? You ain't going to get the good shit. So where you going to go? For shits and giggles, let's just type in good old Chicago. Chicago, Illinois, fellas. Type it in again. There it is. Booyah. All right. Remember, look, you just got a tiny bit of freaking blue-green on the out. Mad yellow and red, B. If you were in Chicago, this is where you'd be. In the eye of the motherfucking storm. Right in the eye of the storm. That's where you would be. Right in there. So let's go and take Chicago for a little spin. Let's see what's going on down here. Let's see. Oh, this whole shit is red and yellow. Yeah, look at this shit, man. That goes without saying, but I gotta say it. If you live in a yellow, or red area, that's definitely declining or hazardous, don't have a baby there. Especially if you don't have a place to stay and then get pregnant with triplets. That's not smart. Where we at? Where was we at? Ooh. Did I lose it? Yo. This is a powerful stream. I'm dropping some jewels on you motherfuckers right now. I'm telling you. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. I gotta find it. It was right here. What? It's gone? All right.
Freedom to use a single.
My mind was, I talked to the counselor and, very encouraging. They'll also tell me, you're not going to be alone. We're going to give you, if you need anything, reach out to us or anything. Actually, my daughter saw the ultrasound that I took home and she asked me what this was and alive. I definitely have a challenge of having my babies, all 5 of them. A lot of people will ask me, how do you do that? How do you maintain? How do you carry? What?
How do you do it? Without fucking tax dollars. That's how they all do it. With our tax dollars.
What do you do? Only thing I can say is prayer. Like, prayer really, really works. Love on yourself. You have to love yourself before you can give love. So once you love on yourself,
that's some nonsense right there. Hold on, I got something else. Now this chick right here. Even back in the day, when I told you about this is back when they started doing, this is back when they were doing welfare and all that. And as men started getting jobs, slightly, they still weren't giving them all the best jobs. They was giving them the SHIT jobs. And that was if a white brother didn't want it. Didn't want the SIT, the shit job. Then they would give it to the brother. But look at how stupid her logic is, even at this age.
Special school for dropouts after she takes her daughter to a daycare center. She has 5th grade math skills and reads at a 6th grade level.
When I got...
Yo, what's the shit they used to like to say? Well, that they like to say? Oh, why are black boys reading at a 4th grade level? They was reading like that too back then?
pregnant. I said, well, I'ma have this baby, and she's not gonna stand in the way of my education. I'm not gonna let no one stand in the way of my education. I ain't gonna be like these other girls, just drop out, can't get no job, no money, have to be on welfare.
Ready. On the vocabulary.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Bingo. Florinda learned about birth control in sex education courses, but she still became pregnant. You think it was a mistake?
Well, I'll say no, because I wasn't on any birth control methods. Neither was he.
So she knows that she should have been using birth control. But how do they do today? Neither was he. Who gets entered in? Who gets pregnant? You. So this is the thing that black women and Dr. Umar are running from. He makes it seem as if black women don't have the capacity to say, you know what? The same way, check this out. The same way they say, I'm gonna make my own money. I'm gonna go to school, get an education. Excuse me. To get an education so I don't have to depend on a man. They could use that same shit to say, I'm gonna keep a plan B. I'm gonna keep condoms and so because I ain't gonna depend on this nigga to not get me pregnant. But they don't do that. Umar like to blame that shit on the man 100%. No percent on them. No accountability ever.
And we was sexually active, and when it happened, it just happened.
When you think back to that day when you learned you were pregnant, what went through your mind?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna tell my mother. And I'm gonna tell my mother she gonna make me get an abortion. I was really scared, I think.
Why didn't you want to get an abortion?
Because I wanted his baby.
What did you like about him?
His legs.
His legs.
You heard that right. You heard it right. I wanted to have his baby. Well, like, what did you like about him? His legs. Oh.
I got a thing for bow-legged boys.
Bow-legged boy.
I love them. They have some gorgeous legs. I just don't know.
Darren Lyle is the father of Florinda's baby. He is 18 and lives in central Newark. He dropped out of high school when he was 16. He has never held a steady job.
I spend most of my time listening to the radio. I don't go to school, I don't work, I don't do nothing. Just like this killing time.
Did you want to have a baby?
Not really. It just happened. She just popped up pregnant.
Were your friends impressed?
A lot of, everybody was telling me,
I believe that too. I believe most niggas don't want to have no baby. I believe most men don't want to have no baby, man. Just like homeboy, 7 kids, 7 baby mamas, right? That dude, he said he ain't want no kids. He told me, I don't have no baby. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna be there. And they still had the fucking baby.
That she looked just like me, and she is kind of cute, kind of pretty. That was like, make me feel good.
Sure. Do many of them have babies?
That seems like that's all they be doing if I ain't making babies and shit, making babies.
Yo, that's crazy, man. That's all they be doing around here is making babies. Niggas is lost, man. And you niggas are still lost. I ain't had my first kid till I was 36. 2 kids by the same woman, and I married her. So I don't got a fucking kid over there and 2 over there. One I don't want that shit.
Darren told us that in this neighborhood, it's easy to get involved with girls and easy to get into trouble. Darren has been arrested 5 times for stealing, suspicion of homicide, and for possession of a deadly weapon. When you were arrested for carrying a dangerous weapon, what was it?
One of them big machetes.
Machete?
Knives and big knives.
You mean you just carried it around with you?
I used to bring it to school with me.
I mean, that's hard to conceal that, isn't it?
No, because I had like this blue coat. It was like a blue goose. And I poked a hole in the pocket of it, and I just put it right in there.
Isn't that dangerous?
That's the way stuff was going, you know, like, that's the way the people was acting towards me. So I felt like I needed a weapon. Because, you know, it just seemed like, you know, it's like, boy, really like Vietnam.
Have you asked Darren to help you with the baby?
No, because I see he can't even help himself.
So why the fuck you have his baby? Oh, because she like his legs. That's the same stupid shit they do today, man. Fucking dumb.
He can. It's pitiful to say that, but he can.
He wasn't prepared to be a father?
No. And he still isn't.
No shit. He's a kid. He's a kid. He's a fucking kid. How do you expect niggas to instantly turn on a grown man shit and they still a kid? You expect them to turn that shit on and excel 100% at it. Just because you have a baby don't make and gonna make you transform and this and this. It'll slow you down if you're doing some wild dumb shit. But to make a like on that stupid show, 16 and Pregnant, these dumbass kids on there still had a baby and they'll be complaining about the dude. You know, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't acting like him. Bitch, he's 16.
Were you ready to be a mother?
Well, no. But now that I am, I just have to take it step by step.
She not tender-headed.
Clorinda relies on welfare to support Shaquana, but it's her mother, Gloria Henderson, who gets the check for the whole family. Gloria, 34, has never been married. She was a teenager when Clorinda was born, just as her own mother, Clorinda's grandmother, had been when Gloria was born. When you were pregnant,
the fucking cycle continues.
Did you assume that you could turn to welfare for help after the baby came?
Well, yeah, but I didn't have her just to collect welfare. I had her because I felt that it would have been a part of me. I would have had somebody to live for and also somebody to love and love me back.
Is your daughter the first person you've ever loved?
I really, really love my daughter.
2 months after the birth of their baby, Clorinda was pregnant again by Darren. This time she had an abortion. She didn't think she could handle 2 little children while still a teenager herself. Your grandmother was a single woman with a child. Your mother, a single woman with a child. Now you. Why is that happening?
I really didn't plan on getting pregnant, but if I really had somebody to really sit down and talk to, like really express my feelings to them, I don't think none of this would have happened. And then when it did happen, my grandmother's like, I told you this, I told you this, tell me nothing.
Nobody told Darren anything either. He too lives at home with his mother. Where's your father?
Locked up.
Locked up where?
Main Street.
What for?
Fighting and shit. Fighting. Violence. Stuff like that.
Had anybody ever told you what it is like to be a father?
I like watching other older, you know, that had kids.
From them? How did you?
I learned that they take a lot of patience. Take a lot of patience.
You have a lot of patience?
I don't got a lot of patience.
Clorinda doesn't always have a lot of patience.
Watch the change. Watch the change. She looked real sweet, right? Real sweet and shit. Watch this attitude change.
Either.
You want to fight? Then don't ask me if I want to fight. If you don't want to fight, don't say to me.
You got my question.
Come in, Nug.
Talk to you. You like going?
Come here, Nug. Nug. She said, "You want to fight? Don't ask me if you want to fight. Don't ask me if I want to fight if you don't want to fight." First of all, he probably said, "Yeah, what's that? You want to fight? You want to argue? You want to fight?" She was ready to fucking jump, man. She's a fucking hyena, baby hyena.
No, you went out. You shouldn't be saying nothing to me. You done already pissed me off.
What I do?
2 months after her
This bitch smoked cigarettes and all that shit.
abortion, Clorinda and Darren broke off their relationship. They see each other rarely now. Once in a while, Clorinda will take Shaquana to visit. Do you ever think about marrying Clorinda?
Hell no. Now, she masculine as fuck. And she ain't had to be. The baby 2 months old, my man. Umar. Baby 2 months old, she already masculine with this nigga. Explain that.
Why not?
That nigga say, oh, they're masculine because they had to be. They had to hold it down. This bitch is 17 years old, still home with her mama. What?
I ain't thinking about that. Nah, that's the last thing on my mind.
You ever feel depressed?
I don't be like sad. I just be like frustrated. I be like really like frustrated.
What are the odds that your daughter will follow the same route? Because there was your grandmother, your mother, and you.
No, I see to that.
How?
She won't. I would sit down, I would talk to her about her being a young lady, like Juana. If you go out here, you have...
Gather outside the project's mailroom, waiting for the postman to deliver their check.
Oh, we call it Mother's Day.
Why?
Because us mothers be getting our check that day, getting their welfare check, so we call it Mother's Day.
Alice's welfare check comes to $385 a month. She cashes it at the corner store.
Back in town now.
She gets another $112 in food stamps.
Back in town now, mama. That 385, that shit gonna go a long way. 1986. And she get money for food. What he said?
I don't think I would have had the second. I don't like wealth. I don't like...
$1 a month. She cashes it at the corner store. Alice's welfare check comes to $385 a month. She cashes it at the corner store.
Back in town now.
She gets another $112 in food stamps.
I don't think I would have had the second two children if I didn't think welfare was there.
Homes like this is what we were talking about earlier. Homes like this, doing the money spread. They feeling like Big Willie. They're like, yeah, man, that nigga Tyrone ain't coming back. I'm getting this money on my own. I got the 385 plus the 112 in food stamps. And welfare, paying the rent.
I don't like welfare because it makes me lazy.
It does?
Yeah, it makes you lazy just to sit around and wait for a monthly check to come in. You know, I just like to work. I like money to come in every week or every 2 weeks.
Why doesn't Timothy help you take care of those kids?
I'm glad to see this right here. see a kid there playing ball with the kids. So you see a guy in there playing ball with the kids on Mother's Day, hence welfare day when they go get their check. So maybe these are the dudes who got kicked out of the house because can't be no man in the house. So this is showing the depiction, this guy, he's around. So this is somebody's father that's around right now. He don't got no money, probably. Interesting. Remember what I said. A lot of niggas, where'd they go? They went to the street. Welfare ain't giving this nigga no $400, damn near $500 a fucking month.
One thing I do know about Timothy, that if he did have a job, see you another blue moon. I know he would take care of me and the children and the bills. But what's holding him back, well, this is what he tells me all the time. He figure I'm gonna be with another guy, or I'm gonna slip away from him while he at work. That don't make no sense to me.
Don't you get mad sometimes?
This nigga gotta be bugging the fuck out. That's what them 10% niggas. He said, what? I don't want to get a job because while I'm at work, you're going to slip out on me. That's fucking crazy.
I get mad a lot.
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't got no rebuttal. I don't got nothing to say. I don't got no excuse for the nigga. I don't got nothing to say for that. I have nothing to say for that.
A lot of times about financially support from Timothy.
What do you say to him?
I always said, it ain't that hard to get a job. Go out there and look for a job, because
I call bullshit on that. Big time bullshit.
I'm sick and tired of just laying back waiting for a welfare check. I said, this is not how I want to.
Bitch, why don't you get a job? If it's so easy. If it's so easy, why are you on welfare? If it's so easy, why are you on welfare? If it's so easy, why are you on welfare?
Live the rest of my life. This is not the way I plan for my future to be.
Does it make you feel bad that you can't support your kids?
Yes.
How do they make it? Where do they get the money?
Well, majority of them, the mother's on welfare, and welfare gives them the stipend for the month. So what I'm not doing, the government does.
What would happen if the government didn't?
This would be a big disaster, I guess.
This nigga here.
You can't get.
This is the 10% nigga right here. Okay, I get it now. That's her man. That's her man. Now I get it. Pretty boy nigga right here. Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He's just slaying bitches. That's all he doing.
Something that you don't have. In order to give, you got to have for yourself.
You see, people out there watching are going to say, why didn't he think about that before he brought 6 kids into the world?
Well, mother had a choice. She could have had an abortion, or she could have kept the child. She decided whether she wanted to have the child, so therefore, I guess it's not sweating her. I mean, it's not bothering.
You think it's her fault if she gets pregnant?
Well,
I mean, you fought her.
Well, maybe not. Like they say, mama, baby, papa, maybe. You know what I mean?
A week before their last baby is born, Alice came for what is only her 4th visit to the doctor during her pregnancy.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. This bitch pregnant again? Nah, son. She pregnant again, B. We ain't even got to watch the rest of this fucking documentary, bro. Yo. This shit is crazy. What?
No, I know. I know some of the moms are only getting a couple of dollars a month. Haas, and she's on the case with us as always. And Sonny, I know. I know some of the moms are only getting a couple of dollars a month for child support in and of itself. Do you actually think the state is going to say, okay, buddy, you got 30 kids, we're going to help you?
I don't think so. And I got to tell you, Brooke, you know, you and I talk about a lot of things on this program, and I am rarely stumped and
it's
don't
a
have
stump
much to
moment
say,
for you.
But it's a stump moment for me. I mean, I can talk to a wall, and I don't know what to say.
That's the nigga? That's the nigga? Yo. They love this nigga here. They loving this nigga. What is it about him that they love so much? What is it about a nigga when he tell you he got 29 kids that you want to go be number 30? What is it about a dude that tell you he got 5 kids? You want to be number baby mama number 6? I don't understand it. But I do. And this is what I know. Niggas like this are sexually attractive to women. Because this says, this nigga got 7 kids. Oh, his dick must be good. That's what you thought pockets think. Y'all move your whole life by your pussy. But I can't understand why you would fuck a broke nigga raw. Nigga got 25 kids. He broke his shit. He's so broke, he's asking the fucking state to give him a break. We got to investigate.
Say about this guy. I mean, the bottom line is, you know, in Tennessee, when he is working his minimum wage job, he is supposed to give 50% of his paycheck to the 11 women that he fathered these children with. And
he got less baby mamas than my cousin. My cousin got 14 baby mamas, 18 kids. He got 11 baby mamas and 30 kids. This thing got 11 baby mamas. God damn.
they are supposed to divide it equally. The problem is some of the women are only getting $1.49 because he does work minimum wage. So just this week he appeared in court and he's asking the court to give him a break on those payments.
This nigga's sitting on the floor. What kind of nigga go in a building and sit on the floor? Everybody else is standing in this fucking building. This nigga's sitting on the floor and the cameras on him. They there for him. And you letting everybody on fucking CNN see you sitting on the floor.
Break on those payments on the $1.49 that he's giving to help support.
This nigga got a cell phone and a shape up.
his children. I don't think that the judge is going to help him out, you know, and I was reading recently that one of the news reports said that perhaps he needs to now do the cost-benefit analysis of birth control, and I think that's a really good suggestion for this guy.
We shouldn't laugh. I mean, the man is 33. He's young. And then back in
33.
2009, back in 2009, he only had 21 kids. Take a listen.
Do you intend to keep having children?
No.
You're done?
I'm done. Hopefully I'm done.
What made you decide that?
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
It just happened, he says. Is this a trend? Do we believe him that he'll stop?
Let's hope it'll stop. I mean, bottom line is the state can't force him to stop. It's not against the law to have all of these children. And again, maybe he just really needs to now think about the cost-benefit analysis of.
He's going to be a bum for life. He's going to be broke for life. Unless he has an accident, gets some type of lawsuit from a hospital or fucking car, not even a car crash. He's got to have some kind of medical lawsuit to dig him out of this fucking hole. It's over. Yo. I'll show you this other broad. This one's actually funny. She gonna break it down for you. She gonna break it down for you. Hold on. Listen to this.
A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just going to tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies? A lot of people got some.
Why don't you have 6 baby daddies? Oh my God. So last thing. We talked about Umar. We talked about Chicago being horrible. Fucking baby mamas, baby daddies, Juneteenth. I'm gonna show you this. This shit is funny. This is a treat for you right here. Okay. Some shit played herself at a graduation, college graduation. She got caught lying. So, just watch this. These guys are fucking hilarious. Fair use.
Talk about this viral video on TikTok. It's going viral.
Fair use.
It's race related. Yeah. People like to see the races fighting, the commotion. Yeah, people like to see black people acting a fool. It just goes viral. Something about that systemically racist algorithm. So I was joking. Y'all know I'm joking. I don't think there's such thing as systemic racism. I think there's systemic stupidity in this country, but there's a lot of that. Yeah. I think it's systemic anxiety.
Hold on, just.
I used to be like that, man. Growing up, I mean, look at them white people looking at me. Look at them white girls keep staring at me like they never seen a black man.
Watch this. Here we go.
You know, I used to have an anxiety. Looking back on it, them girls want to suck me off. Hey, Kev, come on, man. And then the white women, their mothers and fathers just like, I gotta keep Becky away from him. I know he wants to get sucked off. Hey, Kev, what's wrong with you? I'm just saying, I had anxiety. And a lot of people who like we have anxiety.
Well, the world was a lot different when we was teenagers, Kevin.
Yeah, it was different, but
I mean, because we grew up in the South.
All them white girls
we
wanted to get
experienced
down.
a lot of racism.
I know we did. I didn't say we didn't. But all them white girls wanted some of this. And I thought they was racist. Because they was looking at me. Because I've been fed all this bull crap. You know what I'm saying?
They was looking at us because we was twins.
Yeah, that too. And they wanted to suck us off. Anyway, so it's this black girl. She graduated, I guess it was college. What, you think it's high school? What, you think she graduated in junior high?
College, more likely, right?
University college.
And
high education.
Yeah. So she gets into an altercation with a white woman. She takes the mic from her because supposedly the day before they treated her unfairly when they were walking to get their diplomas or something. But here's the video of her having an altercation with a nice old white lady.
Each year, Americans spend over $10 billion on oral hygiene products like gums, mouthwashes, and toothpaste to combat.
Okay, let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Khadija Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me. Oh, drops the mic. Congratulations!
You know, as a black person screaming congratulations, right? You can hear it in the voice. Isn't that crazy how you can just tell somebody's race by just listening to them? Like you can actually hear the nigga in the voice.
Here we go. Thought we said we was gonna stop all this Uncle Tom and Coon in here.
Here we go.
We took that word back as a term of
endearment?
love, endearment, and stuff.
Nah, that's bull crap. It's just an excuse for black people to use it. They look just as stupid, if not stupider, than white people.
You know why people say the N-word really to each other? Because we hate each other. Deep down, they just, oh, look at that nigga. He got my new ride. I think he better than me now. No, seriously. Why else would we call each other that?
Stupid. I said is we have a systemic problem of stupidity in this country.
But
our leaders are stupid. Our pastors are stupid.
Not all of them. We've got some good pastors out there.
Man, we got pastors in our community, man, got like $4-5 million jets. Walk around with $3 million in jewelry.
Yeah.
And we got Negroes running there. Here, take more. That's stupid.
Hey, look at everybody's face. I want to look at that video. Go look at everybody's face.
Yeah.
You know what they,
you know what they want to say, right?
Okay, let's go. You didn't let me get my moment, so I want to say my name is Khadija Diallo, and I'm graduating today. I don't like how you snatched the mic out of my hand, so today is going to be all about me.
Put it on the black security
drops the mic.
Look at all the people call us like, what the hell is going on?
You see the security guard? He had a gun on his hip and everything. He just looked like, man, don't do this. What's wrong with you?
He had some twists, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Here's some braids. Look at him.
He looks professional.
He don't got no gun.
If I hire a security guard, I want him having high and tight. I want him clean shaven. I want him locked and cocked. I don't need Lil Wayne being my security guard.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, man. I want somebody that looks professional. He just there for the paycheck.
He looked professional to me. He had his shirt tucked in. He had his gut laying over his belt. He looked good.
And pull him up again.
He's in
man,
shape.
you being nice, man.
No, he looked professional to me.
Oh man, this dude like you finna go
Look,
shoot.
he calling somebody on the walkie-talkie. Hey, we got a nigga over here. Acting up. Get the white boys. Get reinforcements in here. He was calling in reinforcements. He was on it. Hey, but anyway, she responded on her TikTok. She explained why she did what she did. There's no explanation. You cannot rationalize why you would behave like this.
Yeah, trying to justify negative behavior.
Yeah, check it out.
So stop it right there. I gotta say something. You see that? See that goal? Look at the bottom. What continent is that? That's Africa. Anytime you see a black man or a black woman walk around with African propaganda, paraphernalia.
Propaganda?
Yeah, paraphernalia. I call it African paraphernalia. Whatever you see somebody with African paraphernalia on, they got a chip on their shoulder.
They got issues.
They got issues. They got an axe to grind.
I don't know why. Okay, from my point of view, this is my sentiment.
You grew up in America. I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I don't think she did. She's got an African name. Did you hear her name? She sounds like she got every alphabet now.
Yeah, but you in America now. You're an American citizen.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
If
like,
Africa is so great, why don't she go back there?
Yeah, and it's like...
Won't she go back to Africa if it's so damn great? This is the greatest country in the world.
I mean, you got your college degree.
Yeah.
So I want to say this. Let me say something. I have no allegiance to Africa. Why? Because they sold my ancestors. Not white Africans, black Africans. Why should I have allegiance to a country that sold my ancestors?
Yeah.
I did. But I'm just going to say my breath.
Yeah, that's one thing I never understand about black Americans, man. They love Africa, but they live in here. Stupid. Systemically, we have a systemic problem of stupidity in this country. Self-hatred.
Well, they're being trained that way. They're being conditioned to think that way.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been
you know that, right?
They gaslight.
Yeah, they've been instilled with this mindset from the little kids. It's in our music. It's in our TV shows. Democrats.
Yeah.
I mean, if you black, you ain't got a chance in this country. Even if you get a college degree, you're going to be on graduation day. You're going to be ripping microphones from white people.
Try to get your moment. Give me my moment, bitch.
Like, we went to our niece's graduation. There's a lot of people. Nobody spoke. You just went up and got your diploma.
You don't have time. Hey, my name is, what's the name?
Something crazy. It's like,
yeah, it's a long name. Imagine if everybody came up there, said their name, their major, where they're from, what it was like growing. It just takes too long. Okay. Let's listen to it.
Shut up.
Let's listen to it.
Here's my story.
You look good, though.
Basically, what happened was I was walking on, and we had to announce our names and say our name before we get on the stage. So I was saying my name, and she literally... my name is long. My name, obviously, I have like 3 syllables in my name. I'm not gonna say exactly my name right now, but okay, just so you get a point. So I didn't even finish getting to say my name. And then the people that went before me and everything, they all got to say their name, their major, and even extras. And me and another girl noticed that she was putting the mic down super fast for some black people. I don't want to be that person, but that was the tea. So, I mean, I just couldn't let that happen, because I just feel like I worked so hard to graduate and went through so much shit to graduate that I just felt like I had to reclaim my moment. I'm sorry, like, I'm not a problematic person. I don't want to ruin no one's day.
Really?
I don't want to violate anybody, but that's what she did. She didn't even let me finish speaking. She put the mic down, cut me off, and that was the only time I was able to speak. So
enough of this.
I just feel like that wasn't right.
Tired of it. You believe him?
Nah.
I don't believe you. Sorry. I know you're black and all, but I still don't believe you.
I mean, what kind of graduation is that where everybody gets to say their name? Don't they call your name and...
Yeah, they call your name, take your diploma, get out of here.
I can say they doing it if it's only 10 or 15 people graduating, but...
Now watch this. So there's a chick, same school, same graduation class, same day, time she was there. She said that shit ain't happened.
Get snatched. The lady was going back and forth to each line, because remember there was 2 lines with a person, and going back and forth, going to each person like this to say their names. So it wasn't no pause for somebody to hold the mic to say their name.
So essentially what she's saying is that Kadia is a liar. And by the way, footage from the graduation backs up exactly what this young woman is saying, that actually Kadia was never even allowed to hold the mic. When you watch the graduation video, there are 2 distinct lines, and there is that white woman that you see in the first clip holding it, going back and forth, allowing people to say what was just supposed to be their names. But as this young woman has acknowledged, nobody was able to do that. They had to add things. Big up, Jamaica. I love my mama. These kids really just couldn't follow simple instructions. And I guess Kadia felt that she deserved the entire mic to say something.
Yo, Candace is a white woman reincarnated. as a black woman. And she was probably racist, but felt she had a reason to be in a past life. And she's came back as a black woman to prove why it was okay for her to be racist. Because the shit she says and the way she says it, it's like a racist white lady. Not even a racist white lady. It's just like a she talks like a white lady that just is calling niggas out on their shit. She even married a white man. Like, yo. But I'm black, so I got the card. I'm gonna pull these niggas' cards and expose you for the shit you do. And that is what she is doing, babe.
Something, and when that wasn't given to her, she went absolutely crazy. So those are the true version of events. Aside from this, other classmates that attended the graduation have been commenting, saying how much of a lie this is. Now, you would think that Khadijah would have some shame, right? This video has now gone viral. She has been violent towards an administrator. Frankly, Khadijah should have been arrested for the way that she behaved. They probably should have revoked her degree, but none of that's going to happen in post-BLM America. So rather, she's going viral. She's getting attention. People are telling her that what she did was wrong. And what does Khadijah do? What does Khadijah? Well, Khadijah apparently has stage 4 BLM in her brain because this is what she shared on her personal Instagram page. Khadijah wrote, "To everyone saying I should be embarrassed or I'll never get a job, I'm a black woman in America. I am always in the right. He will not gaslight me into thinking I'm the bad guy. I did it for the girls that look like me. Love you." It's just that sentence right there. I'm a black woman in America. I will always be right. That is what we call stage 4 BLM. That black people, a certain sector of the black community at least, believes that they no longer have to listen to rules. They no longer have to abide by the laws. They can do criminal things. They can smash up a McDonald's because it's Juneteenth and we're celebrating our freedom. They can twerk on top of a Pizza Hut despite paramedics being all around. They can do drugs in the middle of the street.
They can order their 14-year-old son to body niggas.
Can disobey police officers. They don't have a list what police officer says. They can swallow fentanyl and lethal doses and die after they swallow fentanyl, and still statues will be raised in their honor because I'm black and BLM has rotted our society. This girl is absolutely despicable. She behaves like a hood rat. There is no real future for her. Maybe somebody will see her and hire her and put her on the board of a stupid DEI initiative because she's underqualified, obviously extremely uneducated and utterly irrational, which makes her perfect for a...
See, that's how you break a motherfucker down without cursing. Did you hear that shit? She broke her down without cursing. Damn.
DEI initiative. But other than that, it's not going to be good for Khadijah, which is why, at least according to reports, she's already on OnlyFans. Yeah, she's already on OnlyFans. She already knows the route that she has to go on, has to go down, because she has absolutely no respect for herself. She is a symbol of cultural rot, and shame on every single black and or white American.
She said she is a symbol of cultural rot. Yo, that's crazy. God dang.
Or American peer.
I don't want no smoke with Candace. I have to body her ass. Talk to me like that. That's crazy.
Who jumped to her defense and believed this ridiculous narrative that she in 2023 is a victim of old school Jim Crow racism. Give me a break. And that is all I'm going to say on that. Faith is an essential part of my life. My family is always looking for ways to deepen our faith and grow closer to God, and that usually begins with prayer. But it can be hard to stick to a meaningful prayer routine, which is why we love the app Hallow. Hallow offers a wide with 5 people on board. It went missing on Sunday, and the entire...
Whoa. And last but not least, if you made it this far on the stream, I got a treat. I'm going to show you how sisters are still catching niggas out. You know this guy? Black man.
He was an offensive tackle. And the reviews on this guy was amazing. I mean, especially at that time, the league was more run oriented, but still there was a great level of passing. And if you can remember, there was a running back by the name of Sean Alexander, who was a really great running back for the Seattle Seahawks that played alongside him at a certain point. And he had a very decent career. He was even the NFL MVP in 2005. So Chris Samuels went on to have an excellent career on the Washington Redskins. Now, the real reason, because usually offensive linemen have long careers, but the issue was in his last season,
the reason why this is up here is because she's cashing him out. This thing is married out of the blue. His chick decides that she wants absolute divorce. I don't know what the fuck that is, but she filed for absolute divorce. So she's about to cash him out. And I brought this up here because I always talk about when you marry these freaking women, whether she black, white, or indifferent, whatever the fuck she is, I say don't marry these motherfuckers. But if you're gonna marry them, you need a prenup. You I don't know, you gotta find a way to where these broads know that if they leave you, they're leaving everything. They're leaving that lifestyle, all of the fancy dinners, the best food, best trips, best fucking cars, best homes, all this shit that they get for free. They don't have to work. They don't have to prove their worth to the world. They getting the free ride. You gotta let them know, bitch, you going back to the bricks when you leave here. You're not cashing me out. You're not getting anything. Be like Orange Juice Jones. Silly Rabbit Tricks for Kids. Look up Orange Juice Jones and watch that video. Funny as hell. Matter of fact, I'm going to play it for you. Show you how motherfuckers really supposed to do it.
He got a head-to-head hit, helmet-to-helmet hit, right? And he already had spinal. And right after that, he got married. Okay? Now, let me just say this. A lot of guys in their plane.
That bitch just look like a gold digger, don't she? Just look like a gold digger. She just look like she just waiting to cash a nigga out. Don't nothing look holy about her. He happy as fuck. See, there's two types of love, man. Men love different than women. This is the face of a man that I'm gonna be with you, baby, through what the fuck ever. This is a face of, yeah, I got me a big fish. There ain't no fucking love there.
Life. And imagine having to retire, at 32. You're still relatively a young man. I'm 42. I still feel quite young, right? But you're 32. You're not playing football anymore. Then you're trying to get into coaching, right? And this is a hard road. Coaching is a hard road for those guys who are outside of sports. He never really can get a good coaching job. He stayed coaching in the high school ranks and things like that. Getting a new wife, which is...
When things are hands-free, you can get a lot done. Let's talk about finances. Come on, people.
Years old, 3 kids, the wife has filed for divorce. One of the rumors is that because he's broke now. They're broke. They really need that money to survive. And
See, that's what I tell you, man. I'm gonna break it down one more time. Love. When a woman says she loves you, that don't mean she love you. You like the actual person. That don't mean she loves you. What she's trying to express is that she loves the experience of you. The experience, meaning, when you go somewhere, it's an experience. Oh, I went to Disneyland. Oh, I went to the fucking 5-star restaurant. Oh, I went to Aruba. I went to Bali. Those are experiences. She loves the experience of you. So the experience of you is you take her on the finest trips. She eats the finest food, drinks the finest fucking champagne. She gets to brag to her girlfriends about her boyfriend or husband, whatever you are to her. That's what she loves. Maybe when you fuck her, she busts like crazy every time. That's what she loves. She loves the experience of you. Now, when she stops experiencing that experience, then she gonna fucking dump you. First, she start to get a little cold. You know, she'll start picking fights, start picking arguments, start getting upset about things that normally she would let shit slide. Now she's speaking more on things, blaming you for shit, sucking her teeth, walking around like shit that they do to show you that they're displeased with you. That you know, and that displeased turns into disgust. And that disgust turns into divorce. Or I appreciate everything you've done for me, but it's over. It turns into that. So don't be fooled when a bitch tell you that she loves you because she don't know what she's talking about. They don't even know this. How do I know this? Because I'm fucking genius. But I'm telling you, don't fall for that. Oh, I love you. Like, all right. To prove it, you could play with them. Pretend you lost your job. Pretend you lost your car. Pretend anything that they're enjoying and see what they do. You know, that's part of manipulation. You find out what a person wants or needs or what they dislike, and you either take it away from them or you give it to them. That's how you manipulate a person. You manipulate them, tell them, the fucking team just fucking traded me. Nobody, no, the team made me a free agent. Nobody wants me. I gotta sit out. They said I probably gotta sit out for like 2 years. Watch her body language. Keep it going. Keep it going for like a month, 2 weeks. I want you to notice how she treats you. Or on our level, regular earning money people level, tell her that you lost your job. Tell her, there is no vacation, they fucking fired me. So while you home on your vacation, like the first 5 days, just see how she treats you. Yeah. You're not supposed to love these bros the way you do because our love is different as men. Our love, we can love a woman. We can love a woman to the point we'll fuck another woman, right? And these bros would be like, when are you gonna leave your wife, or when are you gonna leave your girlfriend? And you hot niggas know, hey, you be like, that's right, never leaving my wife. Leave my wife. Fuck, what I do that for? Was I'm pussy? We just fucking. Why would I leave my wife? Why would I leave my girl? It's niggas out. Well, I know it used to be. It used to be niggas that was die hard about their girl, B. I don't care what was going on. They wasn't leaving their girl. And she wasn't leaving them. Yeah. A man's love is way different. The reason why women are so clingy or used to be so clingy and would hang on like that is because they were still enjoying the experience of you. And the threat of somebody else and now enjoying that experience is what drove them crazy. Yeah. They don't want the next bitch to get everything that she was getting. Oh, I know he gonna be taking this bitch on trips. Oh, I know he gonna be fucking her in the bathroom, in the car. Oh, yeah. Oh, this nigga got a huge dick. I need, and he gonna be giving that to her. They start thinking all that shit in their head. Oh, this nigga give me gifts like that twice a month. You always surprising me with shit. Now that's gonna stop. Yeah, he's such a good dude, right? You brag about him so much. When you fucking lose him, the girls is gonna look at you like, girl, what the fuck happened? Because you been telling them shit like this nigga's amazing. Now you got to cook up some fucking lie to make him look like a piece of shit. That's what they do. I've experienced it. I'm sure people who watching this have experienced it. Yeah, they will cook up a lie about you because now they got to experience. They gotta tell people, yeah, nah, we're not together no more because, yeah, I just, yeah, he is a good guy, but I don't want a good guy right now. I kind of just, I want a bad motherfucker in my life. I'm kind of bored. Yeah, and they'll look at them like, bitch, you stupid. Yeah, so they gotta make up a lie. They gotta say shit about you. You're a narcissist, toxic. This is their new favorite word. This is what they label every fucking thing. Oh, it was toxic, but you was with the nigga for like 8 years. Fucking stupid.
Let me talk about this because, me being a pro-black, and again, I don't have all the answers. It could or not be true. I don't know why they divorced. But something that we got to talk about, if we can. A lot of the brothers are out here trying to do things the right way. That's what this guy did. Didn't have any kids out of wedlock. You went to college. I believe you finished college, graduated, retired, then got married to a beautiful wife, 3 kids, 45 years old. She files for divorce. You're now going to be reduced to a step parent, or not step parent, but part-time parent. And now you're starting over all over again. Like, imagine starting all over again twice by the time you're 45. Think about it. You're starting all over again as you're no longer in the NFL and you're not the rich boss guy that you used to be. That's hard when you used to have a lot of money and being something that people are always praising you. Now you're no longer that. You're now a regular person. Then you do that. Then you go into coaching, which is a hard hill to climb in the game to do that. Then
it's fucked up, man.
You become a married man and you're used to having a family, raising kids. Now that's gone. I mean, think about Tom Brady just retired at 45, even though he's divorced. But this guy has had twice, he's had to rebuild himself. And thing is that a lot of black men are afraid of this sequence. We talk about.
Take Final Cut Pro to the next level with the ultimate bundle. Just $99 for every single Final Cut plugin we make in one huge bundle.
It's all the time, me and Brother George. I believe in marriage as an institution.
Yeah. Was there anything else I want to show you guys? That's about it. Yeah, that's about it, fellas. So thank you for watching the stream. Thank you to all my 52, 55 followers, whatever it is. I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. I don't need 1 million motherfuckers following me or whatever. I'm sure it'll grow, but I don't need it. Yeah, I'm grateful for you guys, man. I would like for you to maybe send something in the comments. Let me know. Give me a topic that you might want to hear my opinion on, and so I can kind of communicate and interact with you guys. All right, man. Later.